Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have another good or trash suggestion video. So pretty much what we do here is, I think this is episode 3 by the way. Pretty much what we do is we go through all these suggestions on, we don't go through all of them. We go through a couple of suggestions per video on the forums, the official Bannerlord forums, and we see if they're good, if they're bad, and we go from there. And we just talk about it and just, open up the eyes of people of what can be possible, what can't be possible, and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to link every thread that I go over in this video down below. And also I'm going to link the official forums down below. So yeah, we're going to go from there. And I'm just going to cut from different threads that I find. And yeah, I will see you in the first thread. Alrighty, first one is called Patrols. So this player states that you should be able to command one of your companions to patrol and some of your soldiers around one of your fiefs to get rid of looters / bandits. We got +1/+1. People do like it. And this person said, the one real big gripe for me in Warband were lack of patrols, both to keep bandit levels down and to scare off enemy lords with small armies. This needs to be a feature in Bannerlord. To explain, I have this weird, for perfect armies, numbers, and making my stuff the best I can in game. Troop types should be in the 10s, 20s, 30s, 50s, and I want all my villages to feel good that I am a good lord who tries to treat them fairly, and that going into a town market into my lands is as safe as possible. Okay, so you're just like 100% speedrunner type of person, you know what I mean? They want the best. It makes sense. But I agree. I think this should be a feature to patrol. I've stated that even not even like a patrol, what you could do would kind of be like a different change that you could do is give your companions things that they should focus on. And what I mean by this is, like, let's say if you talk to the companion in like the conversation screen, there should be an option to be like, hey, this is what I think you should focus on. And then out of that, there should be some options. Like, try to go out, and since we're at war, go raid more stuff, right? Or go protect the villages back home from the enemy raiders. Or can you go clean up the bandits and stuff around said fief? You know what I mean? Or said settlement, right? Like this person stated, kind of like patrols. But pretty much, what's it called? Well, I guess he stated command one. For me, just like it read like, make your own patrol party. But I think parties should just have a wide variety of things that they can do. Or even if you're at peace, you could be like, hey, go do quests around town so I can gain relationship with all these villages around certain fiefs. You know what I mean? Because if you have better relationships, better troops that you can recruit and stuff like that. So I think just having the ability for your companions to do extra things, right? Or you can tell your companions, be like, hey, I need this much of this. Can you go all the way to the best, what would you call it? To the best place for me and get a lot of, let's say, horses. Like, I need 50 horses. You pretty much send out your companion. You give him the money. You send him out to go get it, and he's going to bring it back to you. But the risk is obviously that someone could steal it. But I think, like, things like that, like companions should be more useful. I think that would really help the game out. But alright, I'm going to see you guys in the second thread. Alrighty, next one we have is titled Army Cohesion. So Army Cohesion is pretty much that little bar at the bottom right whenever you're in an army. When the bar goes all the way to the bottom, your army disbands, and you could pay influence to get that cohesion up as well. So let's see what they say. I think Army Cohesion should go up if you encounter an enemy army of similar size within 100 men by up to 30%. Okay, and get a 5 to 10% increase for each fief that is taken, aka successful siege. So maybe he's talking about it should go up if you do win it. So therefore, if you do win it, people want to keep fighting. People want to keep, because obviously that was a big win for them because you won a very close battle. Therefore, your cohesion should go up because they want to keep fighting. Okay, so it's kind of like a bar. Like, so if the more you do, the better you do. You can kind of get a bigger boost even if you don't have the influence to pay for more cohesion. It would be kind of like either we win or we disband type of deal. Okay. And then the second thing is engineers should level from siege weapons doing their thing, and relationships should go up by a few points for all those who participate in a successful siege in an army you led, showing you're a competent leader. I think the relations should go up if you led a good siege or a good battle, like a big battle. I think that is, yeah. If you win a very close battle or if you do a successful siege, I think your relationships with the people obviously that you fought with should go up. That makes perfect sense. That's a big accomplishment, right? And then if people who you did it with, obviously your teammates, your relationship should definitely go up. That's kind of, you know, this I agree on a lot. Yeah, I really agree with this. Now, engineering should level from siege weapons doing their thing. I agree with that as well. I don't know if it currently is like just how much time you spend during a siege, like sieging. Does it just go up incrementally, like as the like minutes and seconds go by, or does it go up every time you build a specific siege weapon? I don't know exactly if it's one or the other, but yeah, obviously it should go up for this, and also it should go up for what's it called? Being the governor of a city. So obviously, if you're the governor of a city, and let's say, because right now your stewardship goes up with the new patch whenever you're the governor of the city, and obviously the main player can't be that, but like whether you choose your wife, your brother, or your companions, whatever, their stewardship goes up. Their engineering should also go up if there are upgrades being made. That, you know what I mean, something like that. I think would be kind of good. This right here, huh? So let's see what they got to say. So you get bigger influence from more difficult battles and sieges, which you choose to spend to higher the cohesion. So it's basically the same, but mainly for you to choose, which is for me is better tactically, or to be more specific, the more in your troops kill, the better. Yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. So obviously, if you win a huge battle, it's very similar, or if you win a good siege, you do get more influence than usual, and then you can spend that influence to up your cohesion anyways, right? Obviously, a close battle won't up your cohesion by 30%. It depends how big your army is, really. But sometimes it'll be more than that. I would agree if there was like a late game perk that gives you 5 to 10% cohesion on a successful siege. I would agree with that. The big army fights another big army. That happens a lot late game, and I don't think it should go up by. That's a very big margin to go up for something that happens a lot late game. But I think for successful sieges, I think a 5 to 10% bonus, 5% would be even good to cohesion. I think that's reasonable. Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next one. Alrighty, now we're on the next one, and we just talked about this, and I found what's it called, a thread that is talking about it as well. So it's titled, "Please give I can't talk. Please give engineering XP for governing a summit." Sorry about that. It's 4:17 a.m. So you know the stuttering happens when you're tired. It is what it is. But as the title says, please have governing the settlement, building improvements, and running dailies. Grant a daily amount of XP. Maybe give more for building up improvements rather than just smashing the irrigation or train militia dailies. But engineering is currently one of the most niche skills to level, while also being one of the rarest skill sets for companions. These both combined make it a bit frustrating to get a decently leveled engineer in your clan. I agree. I think so. Giving engineering XP whenever there's an upgrade being made, if there's a governor at that point of the upgrade being made, during that time that it's being made, obviously the governor oversees the construction, so therefore he should gain some engineering XP. I think that makes a lot of sense. And also a very small XP gain should be done daily for obviously running the dailies, right? So I think for running the dailies, I think it should be very, very, very small. Maybe 1%, not even 1%. You know what I mean? Something very small. But building improvements should bump it up. So let's say if this was, let's say 1%, I don't know, 1% would even be, just be a very small XP. And then whenever there are building improvements, it should get like times 2'd or times 3'd, right? Whatever this first number is for running dailies. And that should be the XP gain for the day for the governor. I think that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think it makes perfect sense. +1 for a small XP only while they are building something in a settlement or having the housing daily activated. But that one even smaller. Yeah, exactly. Make the dailies very, very small. And whenever there's a building improvement, kind of multiply it by 2 or 3 for that specific time. Does governing grant any XP to any skills at this moment? None right now, but this was on the 25th. Obviously, we received the 1.5.3, what's it called? Beta after this. So, well, before this video was made, but after this post was made. And now governing companions or governing, let's say you choose your wife or your brother or whatever, right? They do now gain stewardship XP, so per day for being a governor. So that's good at least. At the very least, give them some kind of XP so we can level our, yeah, see. So that is done now. So we do get steward XP for those governors. But I also think that they should also get engineering XP. And one other thing that has to kind of do with this, but not really do with this, but has to do with the governors. So I think that, what's it called? I think that on random days, let's say in the month, let's say like 1 month of in-game time, right? Let's say 2 or 3 days, like maybe once every other week, I think that the governor should send word to you saying that there is a problem. You have to go there and then you have to solve it. You know what I mean? By making a decision, should he go this way or should he go that way? Should he change the dailies and stuff like that? I think if you're gonna give them stewardship XP and then also engineering XP, if that ever does happen, I think that you should have to do something towards that. I don't think it should just be an infinite farm for engineering and stewardship XP where they don't do anything, right? And I think there should be, if you choose the wrong option for the problem that is in the town, like let's say they're having a problem with food, there's a food shortage. And if you choose the wrong option, I think that there should be some backlash, or something should happen, like a rebellion or a loss of money or a loss of taxes, stuff like that. And then if they choose the right option, they get a small bonus XP for like, let's say a week or two before the next problem. Something like that. I know it's a very random concept, but I think that it would be cool to have like more control of, will your city do good or will it do bad? Or like will your settlement or castle do good or bad? And you get to make the decisions of that. And if you fail, you fail. It is what it is. Because right now it just feels like you get a town, you hit the upgrades whenever you're kind of in the specific area, and then you just kind of leave. I think it would be cool if like you had to kind of maintain the settlement as well, right? If that kind of makes sense. Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next thread. Next one, possible to fade in the reinforcements from the outskirts instead. So I have talked about this in, I think in a discussion video we did on a specific thread. But let's read what he has to say. So was thinking if you could spawn the reinforcements in from the outskirts of the map instead of spawning them inside would help the immersion. Most probably would be more work that way, but would definitely look better than having them spawn in X spot right where you're fighting, perhaps fading masses in from different directions or something like that. I've said this before. For both sieges and battles, there's a specific spawn point for all the armies, and it does sometimes get annoying. It's sometimes very weird to just be trying to, like, you know, go really fast through a specific area and all of a sudden, boom, 30 units spawn on you. If you're like on a horse, and they might actually, you know what I mean, absolutely insta-kill you. Also, immersion-wise, it would look a lot better. But, yeah, so what I've stated is for sieges, I think since the units run back to the keep doors whenever they're retreating, I think that they should run from those keep doors whenever they are spawning. I think that would make it a better spawn point, and then you would kind of see them running through the streets towards you, and I think that would up the immersion a lot. And also for battles, I think that they should be running whatever side they started at, those out of bounds, that line right there, that's the line that they should be running in from, right? I don't care if they spawn in a huge clump just outside of the battle zone and then run in. It's still going to look good, and it's still going to look better than the current system. So I do agree with this. I like it, like how Total War does it. Also the ability to let the time flow while in battle, especially huge battles, letting AI lords intercept in battles where players engage. I think that would be cool too. Yeah, now I remember Total War had it too, but that was more like reinforcement from the outside map. Would definitely be a better approach, but probably more demanding. Yeah, that would be harder to do, obviously, but I think his pretty much change of just move the spawn point to a different location and then make them, you know what I mean, look like they're kind of running in and kind of fading into the environment. You know what I mean? I think that would be very, very good. Same way they fade out whenever they're retreating, just reverse that. Make them fade in as they're going into the area. I think that would be good. But yeah, so that pretty much does it for our suggestion video. We had 4 suggestions. We had patrols, we had army cohesion, we had engineering XP, and reinforcements. So I'm going to link all of these down below. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you agree with what I had to say, if you didn't, and all of that. Ask me any questions, concerns, and like always, stay safe.